this week on Bitch Island Adventures.
Do it.
On the last episode of Rwby, we got a lot of backstory. And a lot of dancing. A lot of dancing and backstory. And a lot of Ozpin actually not showing any words of wisdom this time. He was just kind of saying how dancing is similar to fighting.
No, he said some wise stuff, I think.
I mean, but usually it's like stuff that like hints at something, you know? It's cryptic.
Yeah, after he explained about dancing, he kind of.
What kind of want to know though? Does Rwby know about that Ozpin that Ozpin knew them from before?
Really?
What do you mean knew them from before?
I didn't know that. How did I miss that?
Well, because Yang was like, "Oh yeah, it was the team with the people and Papa."
Oh,
and
that's
it's
true.
Like, yeah,
that's true.
So Ozpin was on a team with Crow and Papa and Mama, another Mama. And and Yang knows that.
Isn't it only 4?
Yeah, one died and no one came up. Weren't you paying attention?
So
I didn't understand
you
that
think
part.
Ozpin replaced?
No, it was Crow, Ozpin, father, first wife died, second wife died. Now then, I guess we don't know if there's a third team after that, but we know those two teams
I thought
were a
when
thing.
she was explaining that it was the two mothers, Crow and the father.
That's what I understood
Yeah, that's what I
as well.
thought it was. And then, like...
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
After, I guess, they graduate or whatever and they did their final jobs and would not be in a team.
I look that up, though, because that would be really weird. It's like, we're a team with me, Crow, White, Chick 1, Chick 2, marry Chick 1, Chick 1 dies, marry Chick 2, Chick 2 dies. Like, the fuck are you doing, dude? Like,
it does make him look...
Stop marrying within your team, dude.
It does make him look like a man whore, and then it's the fact that he goes crazy afterwards...
No, he shuts down. He doesn't go crazy.
Well, they don't even know where the fuck he is, that seems like.
We got a silhouette of Crow, though.
Yeah, Crow's still around, and we got a silhouette. That is interesting stuff. And was it just Grim that attacked them?
Yeah, it was like Beowulfs.
Mm-hmm. And then not only that, but, me yawning. Yang's mother, yeah, her powers and stuff, so it'd be kind of cool to see, where that originates from. Or like, you know, is Yang's like firepower like her father's, or is it her mother's? You know, I'd still like to see the father come out of quote unquote hiding. Just because you really don't get a lot of information on people and like their parents. I mean, I certainly didn't expect that backstory to be revealed today, or not today, but you know what I'm saying. During the episode, this is actually Friday that we're recording this, guys. But I didn't ever expect that to be revealed. And obviously, we go into the dance, and I'm guessing that's going to kind of be like a two-parter thing. I guess we should mention also the business with John, Pura, Weiss. I love how like John goes in and he's like, "I need to talk to you." He's like, "Hey, Lie, we need to have a serious man conversation."
It's so important that I can't wait 30 seconds for you to put some pants on.
I know, right?
You're so nervous.
And I love how like Nora's is like, "Nope, we're not really together."
We're not together.
Nora friend zoned him.
Pretty much. He seems so like emotionless sometimes, so I don't really know if he would care.
He did seem kind of worried when he's like, "How'd you and Nora?" And then he's like, And
then she's like, "I said headphones off."
minor thing. I guess we found out Sun was originally from Vacchio and moved to Mistral.
Is that in the wiki, or do we just really just get that information?
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We got the information from Sun in the beginning of the episode. We're like going everywhere around. We're not going in order.
No, we're going more in order now than before.
And then that happened with John and Ren, and then Pyrrha. Freaking, I felt really bad. Pyrrha's like, "Go for it for Weiss," and he was like,
I mean, that's mature though.
Yeah.
Like, wait for him to figure it out.
I felt bad for Pyrrha doing that, especially when.
What was it she said? It's not wrong. It's not wrong if it's the truth, or something like that.
Yeah, something to that effect. It's like, you don't worry, it's the truth. You know, you don't do any tricks. Don't do any like.
Okay, never mind. You guys were right. It was Crow, Summer, Yang's papa or Yang's mother, and their dad.
Okay, so it was just the 4 of them. All right,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
I don't know how I thought Osman got there somewhere.
I did it. Yeah, I just figured out from what Yang said.
Yeah.
I just must have remembered it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now, mind you, if Osman was the headmaster or had any influence in the school, which I would imagine he does, he would still know that information. Or to
I
some
think he's
degree.
got to run a background check on everybody.
Yeah, he does. So I feel like he
Okay.
does have that information. He doesn't mention, like, oh, your mother, and, you know. But and he talks about Crow. He already knows Crow. Not only does he know Crow, but Ironwood knows Crow.
Yes.
So, you know, it's just a lot of connections there. You know, I'm guessing what I'm really hoping to see next week, though, is, like, shit gets real with Cinder's team, and I'm guessing as a subplot, you know, they'll deal with John, Pyrrha, Weiss, that kind of thing, and John will realize, well, I tried, and, you know, maybe...
John is so dense that Nora sees it and he doesn't.
That is true. But he's just not...
We never get any indication that Nora's dense.
No, we don't. She's
Okay.
just has that childlike personality.
Yes.
She knows that Pyrrha likes him, so it's just like, you know...
I feel bad for Pyrrha.
Well, she just sees what he could be. Yeah.
I liked Yang showing kind of her more serious side, and then like kind of bonding with Blake in that
Yep.
way.
True. You can't beat Torchwick. You can't even beat me.
Yeah.
To be fair, Yang was using her sandwich though. She was cheating.
True.
She had fire eyes going on.
She did.
Well, she was pissed off.
She'd just be trying to be realistic.
It was that
Very
time of the week.
serious.
Eh.
Oh God.
Combined with the past memories of her mother's death, you don't want to fuck with that.
No, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I think I'll be in the
I
other
like to stay
room.
professional in the world. Away from her in that situation.
He says he'd like to stay professional with his own.
In that situation, I had to keep professional distance.
True. You don't
Yeah,
want
would
you don't want to
piss her
get
off.
burned. Okay, no stupid jokes.
I like to
aside.
avoid dick burn if at all possible. That's a life goal of mine.
Yeah,
One might say.
same. I agree with that.
So we find out from Yang, Rwby and Yang grew up in Patch,
Didn't we already know that though?
right?
Something
No.
about Patch came up.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was an island called Patch off the
We
coast
knew
of
that,
Wales.
but I was saying, didn't we already know about Patch for some reason?
To some
Oh, I don't
degree.
think so.
Someone
I
brought it
remember.
up. It was either the episode or you.
Yeah. It was either episode of you. I'm not
We
really
just found
sure.
out about it today, or that episode.
No, because remember, you called it Bitch Island.
You did.
Bitch
You
Island?
remember that?
You
remember that?
misread Patch.
Yep.
I
yep.
must have. That was the one. Okay, no, I didn't
That was
mention it
why I
on
remember
here.
it.
I didn't mention it on here, but yeah, I saw it on
Okay.
that little
Yeah.
map thing.
No, but it was definitely in a previous episode. You mentioned
It was
Bitch
on
Island.
Torchwick's map.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's
was on
right.
Torchwick's map,
No,
I
but we
messaged
did
you
talk
guys.
about that. We did talk about that. So we don't have any indication of it. But we just know, okay, hey, based on the map, that's where they grew up.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, them growing up on Bitch Island.
No, like she mentions it. She says it.
I know
Yeah,
she
I know,
talks about
but-
it. I'm saying, but before that, we didn't have any indication.
Mhm.
Like when you looked at the map, you misread it as Bitch Island, and that's
yeah, but I never said it on the
yes, you did.
video thing.
Yes,
No,
you
I
We
did.
said it a bunch now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've said it a bunch now.
Yeah.
That's
We said
the
it
point.
so much I can't even edit it out.
Yes, you can. Make it sound bad. Edit it out. No.
There's no point. There's no point.
This week on Bitch Island Adventures.
Do it. Do it.
But yeah. So I'm guessing my interpretation is also that based on this that Crow would have to be the one who really raised them. Not like Yang's
Well,
gonna raise
no,
themselves.
I don't think so.
Almost. He'd
Yes and
probably
no.
take more of a role, but like they weren't like one.
True.
She was old enough to get a wagon and run and walk for like 3 hours. I don't know why little kids that'll walk in a straight line for 3 hours
True.
while pulling a wagon.
Did they give you their age? Because
No.
No.
yeah. See, my
You gotta guess. from
Ruby's
the
small enough to fit in a wagon. Now,
Mhm.
that's the age we get.
yep.
Her age
They
is
said
equal to
like they
wagon.
said toddler, so between like 2 and 3 or so, and then Yang was older.
And she's old enough to figure out a picture, navigate a map to that area, and then walk to that area.
Mhm.
But I'm just thinking like, okay, like Ruby's what, like 15, 14,
You're right in there.
Yes.
somewhere around there. Like, doesn't that make Yang like
18.
What, 18? I
No,
suppose.
I think wasn't it like Ruby is 15 and then the rest
The
of
other
them
three
17.
are like 17.
17.
Yes.
That's kind of still. Like, let me think about that. If you think that if Ruby's like young toddler age, at the oldest 5, Is a 7-year-old really that smart?
Well, how old do you want her to
Their
be?
dad obsessed with it. She was obsessed. She
I mean,
said it.
that's not as big of a thing. That's acceptable.
No, she said that's how she's relating to Blake in this whole episode.
Yeah, but
about
children
that
always love
situation.
stupid shit.
Exactly. And they sure as hell love their parents. That's damn understandable. But I'm talking about, like, looking at the map and shit and understanding it well enough to, like, I guess so. I take that back. I'm giving children less credit. But, because I read this one book where this, like, kid was about, like, 11 or so and she was figuring out a map and stuff. That's acceptable.
To be fair, young me could probably read a map better than I can read a map now.
Mm-hmm.
Because young me was stupid and still liked school. Didn't have anything to do. Now I've got video games and anime, so I can occupy my time with more interesting things
Exactly.
than maps.
College? We're not in college. We're just mature in 20s and yeah. Okay. So, I guess what else is there to really go over?
Well, she uses
They
the
have
store.
plain dresses, and I don't like that.
You mean Yang and Weiss?
Everybody.
It's true.
Plain.
Everybody. Ruby's was, upper half is okay, lower half needs some work.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Weiss, Yang, and Blake, they were all just too plain. They need more color. It's more, like more pop.
I had no problem with it.
I did.
It's
What about you, Kinston?
Well, it's based.
Oh yeah, and also Wukong, he's not a tie guy. He's a bow tie kind of guy.
Yeah, he really
He needs
is.
to wear a bow tie now.
I'd rather see that. I would rather see him wear a bow tie.
Well, because like the tie doesn't work. 'Cause he has an open shirt.
Exactly.
You don't wear an open shirt with a tie. You wear a shirt with a bow tie.
You really don't.
Sure, you look more like a stripper that way, but it's fine.
That's what he's
Fucking
doing
stripper.
for later. No.
Wow. Yeah, right. She's
Never
too.
make that face at me again, ever.
She's too emotionless to be like. She holds in too many emotions to be like up for all that shit.
She might hide them, but she still has them.
Oh, she has them.
She expressed them a little bit.
She
in
has
the
that
dance.
book that Kakashi's always reading.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah, you're right. I just make out paradise.
You got her ninja porn.
Jiraiya makes a special appearance. No, he's kind of dead.
God,
R.I.P.
That's
R.I.P.
like a
Jiraiya.
year ago.
R.I.P. Jiraiya. Fuck, I was gonna say something now. The dress styles. Well, I think you more so mean compared to like their combat outfits and everything. You know,
Not even combat, casual even.
like yeah, it's just very bland compared to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
it's all
like-
single color. There's not really a lot of like style to it. It's kind of like plain. Like it'd be really cheap to make. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's not like what you'd expect, which is a slightly higher end clothing they have been wearing previously.
That's the point. It just like compared to everything else, it's not not everything else, but you know, it looks a little undermined. Like you kind of rush through that and just like, oh, okay, what matches you? Let's go put that on. Okay. All right. Yeah, the dance is like in its halfway phase, so yeah. I expressed my predictions. Well, I was gonna say previously, but yeah, that didn't come out so good. So, any other thoughts, people? Are we gonna close this thing out?
I'm glad that John walked in on Weiss, asking out Neptune so he could finally stop.
To be fair, he technically walked out on that. 'Cause
Yeah,
they were
he did.
outside.
What did he leave?
The rose.
Oh, was that a rose?
It was
He
a
left
flower.
just
Mhm.
some flower.
It was a flower.
It probably
Okay.
Give it to
might not have been a
Weiss.
rose.
I saw it on the ground. I was like, "What is that?" And yeah, unveiled eyes, blind people problems. But yeah,
Hashtag blind people problems.
exactly.
So do you have any predictions for when Team Cinder comes in and what they will do?
Not really. I mean, they're kind of just playing around right now. They're not very serious. We still don't even know what they really want. And I can't even see any benefit of breaking up the dance for any reason. They might do some underhanded shit, but I can't really like somebody figures it out. But it's just not their big focus. No one suspects them. Not even Ozpin, as far as we know. I doubt he
But
would
would
let
he
them.
tell us though?
But my thing is, why would you even let them in at all?
Like, we don't know if he let them in, but at the very least now he knows they're there.
Yeah,
If he didn't before.
exactly. Yeah, but I think that getting Torchwick and all that shit out of the way first is going to be a thing. Because, like, you kind of have to get your person who's less important out of the way before you deal with the
Unless you
more
can.
important
Unless you're gonna bitch slap Cinder, then you can deal with that and deal with Torchic later.
people. Mm-hmm. But I really highly doubt that. I mean, if she's leading him along with her team. So, it's just a matter of, like, it's like, Trying to think of a good example.
Fight.
I was gonna make like an Avatar of the Airbender reference and be like, it's like Zuko versus Azula, who Zuko could never beat her until she went crazy, and he was always a threat. But it's like it's way easier to take care of him than it is Azula.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, except Torchwick hasn't Scar and he's not just after revenge. I must capture the Avatar, restore my honor. Okay, enough nerd rambling. I'm calling this a game, set and match, and we're done. Next week, guys, there will be like more dancing and stuff, and maybe some more plot. Who knows? It's really tough to expect. Like I said, I never expected this whole backstory, as cool as it was to get it as fast as we did. So yeah.